Is my mother here?
No.
I wouldn't know. I've never met my mother. I'm adopted. Some of you may have heard that. I am adopted, as are my siblings. I hail from Brooklyn, Bay Ridge area, Angel Guardian Home. I live with the sisters, Sister Conchetta, Maria, Teresa, Elizabeth, Padma, Shaniqua. Brooklyn's always been very diverse. You know, when you tell people you're adopted, they always ask one of three questions. They're naturally curious. And I don't mind sharing. I'll share with you. We're intimate, we're like family. They always ask, how old were you when you were adopted? Do you know your real name? And did you ever want to find your real parents? And again, I don't mind sharing. I was 9 months old when I was adopted. My real name was Denise. And sure, I was a teenager once. I went to live with another family. We had some changes in my family in the last year. Some of you haven't seen me in a while. We adopted as well. We adopted a 2-year-old male. His name is Goody. Isn't that a great name for a dog? My sister and I, you know, we used to go out to the bars. You know, people start to look like one another, even though you're adopted. I figure if you could look like your pets, you could start to resemble one another, right? So my brother and sister kind of resemble my dad. Tall, slender, light-haired. Well, I'm not, obviously. I'm on the shorter side. Plump and dark hair. Well, it used to be dark. I resemble my mom. My sister and I would go to the bars. The guys would always naturally hit on her. She was the tall blonde. And they'd say, so how do you two know one another? Do you work together? Did you go to school together? And I'd say, well, actually she would say, no, we're sisters. And I'd say, you should see our brother. He's black. Being adopted is a real time saver at the doctor's office. You don't have to fill out forms. You don't know your family history. You skip that part. You go right to the light reading, People Magazine, US Weekly, National Geographic. You can catch up on your royal families. You know, William and Kate, Kim and Kanye, and Snooki. On the other hand, on the downside of being adopted, you have no family history, so they often run medical tests to determine what is exactly wrong with you. So I had all kinds of tests done on me in my earlier days, long before my friends. You know, all kinds of blood work. And I went for my mammogram, booby pancake, long before my friends, and my personal favorite, the colonoscopy. Your area of specialty, ironic. Now, if it hadn't been for my colonoscopy, at the ripe old age of I won't say, I wouldn't have discovered that I had IBS. And for those of you who don't know, IBS stands for Irritable Bowel Syndrome. And I don't know why doctors come up with fancy names for things. But to me, do you have any explanation for fancy names? I really don't care. To me, IBS is really inconvenient blasts of shit. Why, it happens at the most inopportune times. For example, you laugh, try to live with it. Like you're sitting in the waiting room waiting for a job interview, in the Lincoln Tunnel, stuck in bumper-to-bumper traffic, or just before you to go on stage in front of a live audience. But that's okay. I still have the memories recorded on my personal DVD when I had my colonoscopy done. By the way, I'll be selling copies outside of the lobby, anybody's interested. Now, I liken